Who's ready for my allergies? For some boom, baby, boom. Oh, my stomach. Oh, your boy Marky saying I killed myself. There's no one else to blame. Whoo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yeah, I can't drink milk anymore, bro. It's just a fact of life, man. Like, I just got too old. My stomach feels like somebody's been stepping on it, and now it's the truth of it as I killed myself. Had a cup of milk, and then my friend bought me an ice cream, and my other friend bought me an ice cream, and that was all she wrote. All the things that I enjoy so much are hurting me, and I thought to myself, how many things have I been killing myself with? A lot. Turns out there's a lot. Let me get back inside. It's Saints Addiction. We're going to talk about it. I want to roll this joint. Maybe it'll ease the pains of my lower extremities. Because, man, I'm telling you, I've been killing myself, bro, with this ice cream. And it's like, oh, man, nothing like having a big meal. And then everybody's having ice cream. And I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm on a Me Too movement. And the truth is, it's like, not you anymore is really what they should have been saying. Not me anymore. It's hard to give up old things. That's really the whole point of this. I killed myself because it's like, you don't really think that you're killing yourself, right? You don't really think that you're causing yourself extreme pain. You're in so much joy. How can this be so painful? I don't understand. It's just a simple ice cream. Wrong. Wrong. That's not what's happening. Oh, I've been to the bathroom 6, 7 times, bro. Nothing's worse than having to wake up in the morning and then go to the bathroom again and then again, and I'm in utter pain. There's nobody gonna send me digital sympathy. No one cares. No one's ever gonna care. But I did it to myself. This is the point of this show. Is when you do it to yourself, bro. There's like no one else to fucking point at but myself, bro. And I'm the one that wanted it. I'm the one that asked for it, right? My friends came back. Well, ice cream with some orange and Coca-Cola flavored ice cream. I've never had Coca-Cola flavored ice cream. And I thanked them. Thank you for possible diarrhea later. Thank you for possible cancer later. It's like thanking people. Like they give you a cigarette. Hey, can I get a cigarette? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the cancer. Thank you for continuing my habit. Thank you for fucking up my guts, bro. I'm like, oh my God. I can't just eat whatever the fuck I want to anymore. And this is some unfettered truths. This is why I'm having this conversation with you. And maybe you're listening, maybe you're not. But my buddy posted some truths today too. And it's a tough sport. Tough sport to have to actually have the conversation with yourself and look yourself in the eye and be like, dude, I'm the one drilling holes in my canoe. It's no surprise to me. I am my own worst enemy. And every now and then I've kicked the living shit out of me. Smoke alarm is on. There's a cigarette still burning. Please tell me why. The car's in the front yard. And I'm speaking through the window. Came into the bedroom last night and I'm gone. Gone. Lyrics on shirts, bro. My whole gut is gone, bro. Like, talk about the zapper of energies. And I had this thought. I'm going to go through it with you so you can see, but it was a very simple conversation. Let me give my buddy Cullen. He posted it, but well, just lost that thought. Hold on. I want to. Let me see if it zips up, but if you were looking closely, he posted it. When did he post it? Come on, pull it back up. It's on this phone, but I gotta go grab it on another phone, and he called it The Uncomfortable Truce. I swear he just posted this, and I guess he posts so much it's buried in here. Wait for it. Some uncomfortable truce. Come on, man. He didn't post it that long ago. I don't know where this post went then. It's on this phone, but it was something to the effect of like 38 is half of is midlife. I don't think most people really want to hear these truths. We hold these truths to be self-evident that no one is created equal. You know, we'd like to think that people are created equal, but that's just not true. And you don't want to have a conversation. Here it is. Did you know processed foods is one of the most abused anxiety drugs out there? Just think about that for a second. I'm an overeater. I'm a tourist. I love my food. God damn it. I love my milk too and ice cream. I must admit, I ought to quit. Like fuck. And I did it to myself. And so quick to say, hey, it's a fried food day. And hey, let's do some margaritas with it. Like fuck it, hey, let's go all in, hey. And in that spirit there seems to be some frivolousness, you're just so cocky, like I could do whatever the fuck I want, and in that cocky comes a payment. There's a payment later for smoking that cigarette. I think it's 11 days off your life. Real talk, and then there's a payment for, you know, frivolous living, like you only living for today and not tomorrow. And then there's this balance of life. That's what Mostly Saints is all about, that I'm going to even enjoy my tomorrow. This is what this whole conversation came about. It just hit me back again, but it's true. When we are in our own heads, right, we'll be like, nothing else matters, right? Nothing else matters. Only thing that matters is the now. We're not saving for the future. The future might not come, like my homeboy had been posting. There it is right there. Uncomfortable truths you need to hear. That the average lifespan is 76 years. Let me get on this calculator real quick. This is me killing myself. 76 minus 45 equals, I got 31 more years to live. Uncomfortable truths, right? So this is what ends up happening. Middle age is not 50, it's 38. Imagine that. Like, fuck, I'm already past middle age. The days are long, but the years are shorter than you think. How true is that these times go by so fast and we're just like, yeah, dude, just like spend it all, man. Tomorrow will never come. And we'll put that kind of attitude out there, and sure as shit, tomorrow does come. It came last night and it made me doubled up, bro. I was so fucked off in my head and my stomach, just like, oh, dude, I couldn't handle. I'm barely handling right now. It's like literally shaking in my stomach. And you go, the truth, right, is different than the fantasy. I was watching something about all the girls and then like their Airbnb canceled on them like before they got there, and then they got all their bags with them and they're all piled down at the fucking Flamingo right there at the fucking, what's that area called that they all go down there, the Link, just piled up ordering the bare minimums because they don't have a place to stay. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where looking for a hero, trying to get some girl math. Even my friend came in this morning and said, I'm the best ex-boyfriend sugar daddy ever. He has to drive down into Helsinki to give his ex-girlfriend 100 euros out of his pocket cash so she can go to Estonia today with her grandma and go get something nice to eat. It must be nice. I wish I was a chick somebody can just come and take care of me. Just like out of thin air, somebody come and pay something for me and take care of me, sugar daddy stuff, and then I don't even have to sleep with them. Girls are always trying to figure out a way to get around it. And then it says, if something doesn't feel right, don't settle, right? We're all on some don't need a man, you know what I mean? Everybody's on some don't need a man, and it sure as shit, I don't need no ice cream neither, but there I am, standing in line like everybody else, long ass lines too. They're like, I can't wait for you to fuck up my stomach later type shit. Yeah. How many things we do to hurt ourselves? Like, this is the deeper Saints addiction question, They're probably going to flag this because it's like killing myself. But I killed my own fucking microbiome in my stomach or whatever the fuck is going on. It literally feels like the Oompa Loompas are winning in my stomach and just churning me about, bro. To do the Humpty Dumpty and you churn yourself about. That's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. It's a lot of hokey pokey poking me in my stomach right now, and a level 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. I don't know, man. It is not fun. It's not fun looking at the math and going, man, I only got 30 years to live. Fuck, that went by so fast. Don't stay in places that drain you. Easier said than done. If you got no money, what if you live in the favelas, right? Like if you live in the favelas, where are you going so fast? I don't think so, homie. Get back in the track. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. We all like to just hit the go button and just leave someplace and not be there, and it's just like seems to be not feasible. It's always going to be there. Yamo be there. Yamo in my stomach. Oh, Yamo doesn't really care. Oh my god, my stomach. No one cares. And I did it to myself. Oh my god. Don't waste your time. Sure, easier for you to say, we all just want to be frivolous with time. It's like this thing that seems to be endless. And then when it's in front of us, we're just like, yeah, dude, time. Come on, baby. I got you, bitch. I'm going to go spend you because we don't know when it's going to end. So let's just, except for tomorrow does come, and then it makes our situations worse. And we're like, did we thank ourselves? And then the last one, eventually the one thing you will regret is not doing more of what you love. That's a true story. That's why Saints Addiction was born. I love doing what I do, and I'm grateful that I do it. Oh man, my son. Oh, for a glass of milk, for one lollipop in the park. Okay, there was a second ice cream in there, but fuck me up. Yeah. Fasting is the most forgotten cure. I fast every day. I haven't forgotten. It's something it took me half my life to learn about, but yeah, fasting is a trick. That's why it's called break fast, because you're supposed to break fast after you've woken up. I break fast at 3 o'clock. Makes me feel more lean, mean fight machine. It's gotten all the grease off of me. You know what I mean? Joint Wheat Club. Bacon, eggs, and cheese, and all the things that is really an American diet, like considered a really good breakfast, was also making my heart have to work more than it had to, and I could skip the meal. And it's kept like the extra off me, and this is me big, so you know what I mean. And it's just one of those. So exercise is the most underused antidepressant. Is that not the truth, bro? Everybody feels funky the way I feel. I was just watching one girl go, I bought a hooker. These two girls bought a hooker, got her information. She was shaking. She's like, I'm not the police. Give me your Cash App. I'll call me in a minute. Give me your Cash App and I'll holler at you. And she literally was in Vegas, and these two girls like paid to make themselves feel better. It's always the girls trying to make themselves feel better. It's not altruistic. It's like she didn't feel good about herself, so she needed to give money to someone else to make herself feel good about herself, her life decisions, and the way she's been acting or cooperating or being in her own life. She's trying to outsource it, and that's just not right. And then let's see. Sleep is the most neglected recovery tool, if that's not the truth. I know a lot of people, again, sacrificing the end of the candle to the other end of the candle just so they can get a handle on something in the now. I was watching one girl. She did a video where she was sleeping into like 3 a.m. and then or 3 p.m. and then it showed what she was doing at 3 a.m. dancing on top of the tables in her underwear so everybody could watch her, she could get some attention. And now she was without any energy whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like without anything at all, just because it was fucking hurting y'all. You know what I mean? Like that's how useless people can be. Watching these girls just do their TikTok videos with nothing going on because they got nowhere to stay, big bachelorette party, but they're just all sitting there pouting, waiting for daddy to come save them. And it must be nice have someone come save you and take care of your bills. That's girl math for you. I don't know how it's gonna get paid, but let me call my ex-boyfriend and tell him, how much I care about him and how much, he knows my great aunt, and she wants to eat a steak dinner tonight too. And then my buddies are in fucking Portugal spending 20 euros on a fucking salad, and I'm like, yeah, dude, those are summer prices. That's not even the cheap way of going about things. I did the math for him too. I said, if you're doing, he did a €50 breakfast plus €100 dinner tapas, and I'm sure he spent another €50 in the spot. So I just said 200. Come on, get on 200 200 euros a day times 30 equals 6,000 euros a month, right? He's killing himself. There's no way you would have been able to afford that. Even if you were making 10,000 euros a month, you wouldn't want to waste it all on food just without any electricity, gas, or somewhere to stay. You know what I mean? Like, this is getting expensive. And he was calling it cheap. And I'm like, no, it's not. And then it says, nature is the most overlooked stress reliever. And that is also true. You know, like, that's why I'm going outside right now. You're about to puff tough with me. Wake and bake, rise and shine. You already know. Let's see. Yeah, these things are all happening, man. Let me make it happen, boys. Let me make it happen because my stomach is fucking kicking my ass. You know what I'm saying, Seabass? Oh. All right, let's go smoke and calm down the stomach. But this is us doing it to ourselves. We don't have anyone else to blame. You know, there's no one to point the finger at except to ourselves. These are all there for all of us to use. You know, your sleep, perfect recovery. But most people would rather drink a Bloody Mary. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about, bro? It's all of us, you know. And instead of keeping it real, we'll live in denial. Like, again, buying a hooker the money might even go to her pimp, and it's gonna make you feel better. Again, you know, the audacity of the situations that is, and that's all of us. We're all in our own heads. We're all making our own decisions, and there's no one to blame. You know, you can call your parents; they don't even care anymore. It's just fucking straight. You get only the consequences. And I think that was the tough part, especially watching people like the guy was saying, like, drinking. He made a fabulous point. There's some trash right there, plastic pocket challenge, but he made a fabulous point that really dawned in on me, that I was just like, holy shit, if that's not the pot calling the kettle black, right? He was saying that we're in a love affair with our addictions. It's the truth. And that's why we feel so skanky after. Hold on, let me grab the plastic pocket challenge, y'all. You know, trash can's right there. You know, but the truth is, it is true, because once you're done drinking, all of a sudden you're in mourning. You know, you lost a love affair. It's like getting a breakup. That's what it's like. You know, you're gonna get depressed, lonely nights, withdrawals. You know, it's like you're mourning the love of your life, right? Weird ass trash cans. You're mourning the love of your life because it's not in your life anymore. How weird is that? You know, to be like, alcohol, I love you. Why aren't you here anymore? And you're just crying about it. And it's just like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's one of those, oh, hey, finally, someone put up a sign. Stop leaving trash outside. I never even see this sign because it will bring rats. That's what they were saying. Interesting, but it's true, you know? He's got all these things going on, including me too. Let's smoke. What? Blaze one for the nation. Join Weed Club. So, ain't that the truth? Doing these things for relief, but they're only hurting us. And then eventually they fucking turn their ugly head like an ex-girlfriend, and you'd be like, oh, I made that decision. It was me that chose you. It's me that decided to sleep with you and engage with you so much that I have withdrawals from you. I have PTSD from you. I have stomach pains, man. Who do we blame? Can you blame your boredom? Can you blame your parents? Can you blame your environment? It really comes down to us, you know, and that's why Saints Addiction was so real for me. It was like, I had to look at myself and go, okay, what am I giving up for these addictions? Because most of them were putting me in prison. You know, everybody's like, how long were you in South Korean prison? 6 months of my life facing a 5-year bid for 3 grams. That math don't add up. Or going down to Ensenada prison for 3 days, 3 nights in Mexico because I wanted to have a couple lines at what was it again? Senior Frogs. And that's all of us, y'all. No one to blame but ourselves. We're all slowly killing ourselves or keeping ourselves alive. It's really a choice, and most of us aren't making the right choice. We're just sitting there going like, I want pain relief. And as I talk to my friend, that relief's not there. He's waking up at 3 a.m., PTSD in his sweats, and then they're going to be like, it's going to be 200 euros an hour to speak with someone. Damn. Can you imagine? And then he needs it for years. So if you can do it like twice a week for years, you're never going to sushi again. You don't have a budget of anything. It's so expensive. Like, how are you going to recover yourself if you can't sleep yourself? There was the ultimate recovery. Or even work out. When he works out, it drops his immune system, then he gets sick. It's just like, oh man, you need it more than anybody. But then they want to piss test him and see if he's really worthy of this new system, and then there it is. So it's a blessing if you let it be. You know what I mean? Cities on shirts, baby. New York, New York. But it's also a detriment if you're going to be that way, because it's eventually going to catch up with you, right? These situations that grab onto all of us is going to have to face our own light. Are we overeating, eating our emotions? You want to hide. Most people, the big ones too, they'll be like, let me hide behind how big I am, because then you won't see who I really be. You know what I mean? We don't see our way in the mix, right? It's always kind of altruistic. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have the right outfit. I didn't have the right attitude. And instead of reflecting on the inside, I'm already feeling better. My lower system. Fuck that. This is part of us. This is the human experience too. Go on adventures, but still scrape your knee. You know what I mean? And when my friend, he just called me, and the place was filthy. Like, we had to walk 2 kilometers there and 2 kilometers back just to go to a filthy spot. And I'm like, should I even eat the food here? It also gave me diarrhea. And it's just like that Mexican food that'll make your stomach hurt later, but it was so smacking when you ate it. Why did they make it so enticing? I guess we have to eat it. We're all human beings. We're all mammals, looking for something to relieve the pain. I think that's what it is. And then yet it causes more pain later. And I think that just drives us insane, that we become so needy in these relationships with our favorite drugs. They become love affairs, is what he called it. I have a love affair with alcohol. And as soon as I break up with alcohol, I'm lonely and hungover and it's like a breakup. And he was just like, look at the symptoms of a breakup, and you quit a drug, it's like a breakup. You're breaking up with yourself, and either you're killing yourself or you're healing yourself, and it's just really no two ways about it. And I like to believe that by me getting up early, well, this isn't exactly early, but being under the trees, being in the shade, being around the flowers, being around nature, like, again, nature is its best therapy. Go use these things more than I have been using them, or abusing them, or whatever else you want to call it. It's one of those things where it's I only got myself to blame. God damn, those ice creams taste way too good. Yep. And it's because those things feel so good that we'll get back onto the cycle to jump back into them and give them another chance to hurt us. It's a abusive relationship. So that's all of us, all of us have the opportunity to get away from something, and then yet again we'll go right back to it and be like, who's to blame, and got no one to blame but ourselves, man. This is the whole situation at hand. And like, it's always when I'm coming out, like, everybody comes out, these 2 cars, but it's true, bro. You got no one to blame but yourself. And blame is for children. And as we're adults, we got to look at ourselves and go, what decision did I make? Look at the traffic. I keep telling you, this guy's going to run into this guy, past this guy, to pull up next to this guy. And then this guy's just going to pull up right now and reverse and put himself in the thing. Black car on a summer day. Yeah. And that's everybody. So yeah, whether you parked in the spot and got your car towed, that's happened to me, or you're in the sunshine on 35 degrees and you got a black car, who you to blame? And we all should be taking out the trash and doing the dishes and doing our laundry, but those seem to be the least of our concerns. And look, another one pulled up. Like, they can't help but be around me, I swear, as soon as I do my morning motivation. This was an empty parking lot, and now it's an active parking lot. And is this guy driving on the right side of the road? Yeah, he does. He has a steering wheel on the right. How weird is that? That's all of us, y'all. Look, they're gonna pull out, and these old ladies are gonna be that fast. He got out of his car so he could almost run them over. She came out so she could get in his car, and now he's pulling out, and there goes a taxi. Fucking the universe is a fucking full-on trip, isn't it? But I believe that it's in balance. And it's the moments that we get out of balance that really throw us out of balance. It's just like, we decided to deplete our serotonin. We decided to not go outside. We decided to fucking stay in our lack of sympathy, I should say. And then we get to stay, and then we get to waste more time, which is all the other thing on the list that we do too often. Is like, we just think there's always going to be another day. And that's what it is. It's a perspective of, there'll be another day. Fuck it. I just want to live for the now. And if you care about the now, you got to care about the future nows too. This now determines the next now. It's such a trip, but it's a domino effect that we'll be like, okay, how important are days to you? We're like, well, shit, I'm having fun. Well, now it's Monday, and did you killed it all on Sunday, and now your Monday is dead, or maybe even your Tuesday from hangover, and then you sacrifice so much that there's nothing left over. This is what it's like. This human experience. I'm so grateful for weed. It actually is comforting my lower intestines. It was giving me about a 6 out of 10. Now I'm nothing. Whew. Maybe there's like a 1 down there, but fuck, it was like a 6. My friend had showed up, and I'm like, I'm still on the toilet, like, give me a sec. And there's like, in a sec, hey, that's our company. So yeah, whether you're chasing your dreams or dancing with your demons, it's all of us. That's why it was mostly saints, the halo and the horns. We're all trying to keep it in homeostasis and some sort of balance in our environment. And the worst part is, you as a human, you're getting to make all the decision like a robo jock, and you're going up or going down. It's up to you. You just keep pressing all the buttons in the elevator, and eventually you got to get off. Eventually you got to sleep. Eventually you got to rest. Eventually you got to recover. And that's why I was listening to your boy Terry Crews, and said that's what recovery is, bro. Recovering what you've lost. Yep. And then we've all lost ourselves. We've all lost ourselves in love or lust or food, like me, or something, anything, it's all these things that always be coming after us, and it's only us that makes these decisions for ourselves. So please tell me this person isn't trying to walk past me in this parking spot. Oh, you need here. Of course you do, dude. Like, what did I tell you? There was nobody here, and they want to pull up right where I'm at in the shade. Like, get me away from fucking people. Oh, and this guy didn't even take off. They just came to the car. Weird ass fucking people, Finland people. So I'm going to put on my state shades. I'm going to walk away from anything that doesn't work for me. I'm going to have to eventually break up with ice cream, and I don't want to, because it tastes so good going in, but it hurts so bad going out. And that's the typical, I killed myself. No one else to blame. A little ice cream did me away. I mean, I didn't think it would be on my gravestone, but there it is, Here lies Mark Saint. Rest in peace, ice cream. You know what I mean? So, fuck. Getting old sucks. I don't want to get old. My knees, my back, my shoulders, my neck, But, hey, I enjoyed it while it was happening, though. Or at least you better. Because time will evaporate regardless. It's up to you to live it while it's happening. That's your morning motivation. If you got anything out of it, you already know. Like, share, and subscribe below. And as always, peace and love. And Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and Fiendish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. The other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. Peace.